So introduce yourselves and tell us the focus, and then go ahead and get started.
I'm Chris.
And Vanessa Menas.
And our topic is about community and the different uses of the negative and positive uses of power that our community does. And no. Alright. The first thing about it is I just want to point out like the U.S. Constitution and how it quotes the first quote of the U.S. Constitution. It says that we the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, and it goes on more. But I stop at justice because like it shows the people that our community is in charge of the government pretty much, and that we use the government to help for the better, like to change our community for good. But the government like abuses its power and uses it for good and bad uses.
Oh.
Why are you so
I don't
nervous?
know.
Talk.
Wait. Well, men, it opened in the early 1970s, and their goal is to help the neediest families in the San Fernando Valley. They believe that like everyone should be like equally economically it should be like no middle class, lower class. It should all be the same. They started as a small group of volunteers working from inside a garage, and now they're a very successful organization.
And this is an article I found about Men, this organization that they received a $50,000 donation from Wells Fargo, and like it shows. Oh no, and like it says in the quote. Like it says in the quote, this donation from Wells Fargo and other community sources is more important to us than ever, because like with all these economic cuts, budget cuts from everything, employment cuts and all this stuff, this money is very needed because there's not enough donations from anybody. So Wells Fargo donated $50,000, and it provided more than 1,100 needy families with boxes of food, gifts for each child, and new blankets. For Christmas time. And the article shows that it's a positive use of power. That men is a positive use of power because like I said, the government is made for the people by the people, and so with this organization is showing that as a community we're working together using our government resources, like because the bank and governments work together. So by Wells Fargo giving us money, it's showing that we gain social justice by using the government as a tool to help the whole community.
Well, right here, like there's a quote, like it's one of the families that they helped, and it just said that she had worked at a toy factory, and she said until she lost her permit, she was a woman who she got laid off, and she was living off of $60 a week and food stamps, and she had children to also like take care of, and the kid's father, he had got deported. So our men took a big responsibility in the community as a group of people who believe in changing for the better. They take actions in doing so all together to make these changes possible.
So, we found an article about distribution of wealth and everything like that, and it says, as of 2007, the top 1% of households privately held wealth. It also stated inside the article that they own about 40, the upper class owns about 40% of this country's wealth, which would be like, if there's about 100 people, one of those 100 people have $43, and the rest, 99 people, share the remaining $57. And that is not social justice, because if one person gets all that money and the rest don't, it's not equal at all.
Well, the graph on the left just shows like on like a grand scale all of the money that gets cut from public school. And each number represents like $1 billion. The next graph just shows like how few like employees the California district has compared to others. And the school teachers being outnumbered 1,000 to 48 between each teacher to student. Our future looks more dim than ever. California faces an ongoing budget shortfall of $24 billion and is fast reaching a state of insolvency. In February, the Democratic-led state legislature passed a budget deal that included tax breaks for sections on big business and $15 billion in cuts to social programs and public education. Pretty much with like budget cuts on like public education and funding, like our young and upcoming minds throughout our community are being like denied the opportunity to succeed. And without providing proper resources for our future generations, they will cease to grow, and in return shall we. Like without like nurturing like the next generation that's coming up, nothing new will like happen for us, or none of our knowledge or will get passed on. And the Declaration of Independence states that all men are created equal and are born with unalienable rights. Within those rights are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. But with our youth's education being undermined, so is their equality and opportunity to grow.
Basically, we live in a nation that strives for social justice, yet we are separated by the wealth gaps in the world, and it's just creating segregation between those different social classes. When the rich are given tax breaks and no one else is, wouldn't it be more equal for everyone to receive a tax break? And the main thing is that since the government is by the people, for the people, we have to show them that we care. We have to show them that we're going to have a voice in the government, and we're going to do what we want. We're going to show them what we want, so in the end, everything can come to a better future.
And board? That sounds like.
And this is just like a picture that I put on here of pretty much our community, like that as a whole, like we work together to succeed. Like we don't let any person fall through the cracks, because that's our responsibility as a whole community. And that's our
One and then clap.
Well, the right side represents like budget cuts and the negative uses of power within our community. And pretty much just statistics and stuff that was on PowerPoint. That's what I was.
And besides the positive side, we put money, like just showing that they use money in a good way, like to help out other people, and pictures of people helping other people.
All right, give him a hand.